Welcome to week 52, December 30, 2011 of Boats on TV's World on Water, your weekly roundup of all the top news and action from around the world of boating. Line Honour's race favourite in the 2011 Rolex Sydney Hobart yacht race, Bob Oatley's Wild Oats 11 led the rest of the 88-boat fleet through Sydney Heads in a breeze around 15 knots of nor'easterly last Monday. Just before the start, Oates' main sheet winch electronics failed, so they led the sheet through headsail man-powered winches as other crew frantically worked below decks on the winch's electronic drive. A visibly unhappy Wild Oats 11 skipper Mark Richards still won the start at his favourite pin, western end of the start line. Just metres behind was Anthony Bell's Investec Loyal, the biggest threat to Richards' ambition of a sixth line honours victory. Soon Oates got their winches back online. As they approached Sydney Heads, the two boats tacked towards the turning mark. Wild Oats 11 seemed to hit her stride at last and began inching away from her rival. Once around the seaward mark, Wild Oats was the first to set a spinnaker as she turned towards Hobart, scything through a confused and difficult seaway off Sydney. Third out of the harbour was Grant Warrington's Super Maxi Wild Thing, ahead of Lahana and Stephen Ainsworth's 63-foot handicap contender Loki. Another yacht doing well up front was Chris Bull's Jazz. Round-the-world sailor Jessica Watson was further back, and they set their colourful kite as they rounded the Sydney offshore sea mark heading for Hobart. In the 0700 sked on Wednesday, Investec Loyal was clinging to a 1.8 nautical mile lead over Wild Oats 11 as the two Super Maxis played cat and mouse down the Tasmanian coast in a light and fickle northerly breeze. Now the roles are reversed with a forecast of very light and variable winds, including very large patches of no wind at all off Tasmania's coast for most of the day. The leading yachts were predicted to arrive in Constitution Dock around 1800 Wednesday.